Hey y'all, it's your boy, Mr. T-Bone. Gonna go and talk to you about lesson 23, okay, ratio and rate. I'm also gonna go ahead and write fractions in here because a ratio or a rate is also basically a fraction. So basically fractions. All right. So the new concept after you've done your mental math and your problem solving, we have 13 to 15, okay, which they'll show you in three different ways, okay? All of these are considered a ratio. These are just different ways to write the exact same thing. Now, the thing about this ratio is 13 divided by 15, okay? That can also turn into a decimal, okay? This is also another correct way to do it. We generally don't because it's not quite as helpful for us, but when we're talking about ratios, usually this is going to be more information for us. But that will also be accurate because then from a decimal, you can turn it into a percentage. Okay. A ratio ways to describe a relationship between numbers. If there's 13 boys and 15 girls in a classroom, then the ratio of boys to girls is 13 to 15. Okay. So, like I said, also sort of fractions here, 13 over 15. A team lost 3 games and won 7 games. What was the team's win-loss ratio? Okay. Games won, 7, lost 3, 7/3. Okay. And then if we wanted to turn that into a fraction to give us, say, how the percent that they won, you would do, you would divide it, and you would get 2.3%. So that would be the, like, if you're playing a game like Call of Duty or something like that, that would be your KDA, kill death ratio would be the same sort of deal. In a class of 28 students, there are 13 boys. What is the ratio of boys to girls in the class? Okay. So we know 13. We have to do a little quick math to figure out that there's 15 girls. 13, 15. Okay. The rate is when you are doing it for a single, it's your rate per. And what I mean by that is for each, okay? So rate is always over 1, okay? Distance time. Now, if I go all the way to Boise, Idaho, it's 400 miles, okay? And it takes me about roughly 6.5, 7 hours. So I could say, 400 over 7. But that's not really as helpful. What's more helpful is if I go ahead and I divide into that and I bring it down to 1 because I want to know my rate for 1. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll divide 7 into 400, which gives me 35. 7 times 7 is 49. Remainder 1. I'm going to go ahead and leave that. I could either leave that remainder as 1/7, or I can go ahead and bring down a 0 and go through it that way. I think it'll just go on for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at 1/7. So my ratio for this particular example is roughly 57 over 1. So my ratio here is roughly, or my rate here is 57 miles per hour. Okay, is the average speed I'm going if it takes me 7 hours to get to Boise, Idaho. Okay, that includes all my stops and stuff like that. Okay, roughly. If this is my total distance and this is the total time it took me to get there. Okay. So distance over time is a good use, 55, so 55 miles per hour. Distance fuel used, 28 miles per gallon, okay? Price quantity. These are all things that we see pretty frequently, and this is all stuff that is very good to be able to figure out. Sometimes supermarkets don't tell us information like this, and we have to do the math to actually figure out if it's a better deal to buy the bag or the box or whatnot. Okay. All right. I think the rest of this is pretty self-explanatory for your written practice here. Sorry, my lights just went off. For your written practice, let's just go ahead and do just 1 through 21. Okay, 1 through 21 all. All right, guys, that's the work. Have a good one.